Scrap pile getting out of hand? Let's make some kazoos. So I recently made this kazoo for a friend of mine, and I got some interest on it on Facebook, and so I was like, well, what better way to get rid of some of this scrap than to make a few kazoos out of it. So I designed the kazoo to be 1.25 inches wide and 7 inches long. So that's what I'm doing here at the table saws. I'm just ripping all these scraps to 1.25 inches. Then I just took them over to the miter saw station, set up a stop block at 7 inches, and then just cut them all to length. I laid them out on the workbench and tried to pair up the top and bottom that would look good together. And once I had those paired up, I took some walnut strips that I had up on the rack that was already pretty much the exact size that I needed. I just had to cut them all to length, so I just chopped them up on the miter saw to 7 inches and started gluing them up. I think these were about 3/16 to 1/4 inch thick on all of them. Bottom line, they just need to be thin enough to where you can still wrap your mouth around the kazoo when you're done. I'm using Titebond 3, which is a waterproof glue, and I'm cleaning up the squeeze out with a straw. I don't know if you've seen that trick, but if you just use a straw along the corners, it scoops the squeezed out glue right up into the straw and takes it away. Works really good. So at this point, I've only glued the walnut to the bottoms of all the tops, and so now I've got to clean those up because I need to find center to drill the hole for the membrane. So I just took them over to the belt sander and cleaned them all up. Now I wanted the center of the hole to be 2.5 inches from the tip, so I just set my fence 2.5 inches back from the center of the bit. And that's a 1-inch bit that I'm going halfway through, and then I'm coming back with a 3/4 inch bit and going all the way through. Then it was back to the workbench, just cleaned up some of the squeeze out on the insides before gluing the bottom to each one of them. Now once those were dry, I took them out of the clamps and I marked the center line with a pencil on each one, on the top and bottom, so that while I'm shaping it, I'm staying symmetrical. Now the shaping process, I'm just basically narrowing both tips width-wise and also thickness-wise. And then of course I rounded over the corners. And here they all are on the workbench after I've shaped them thus far. You can see they're not all exactly the same. Some of them are a little thicker, some of them are a little wider, but generally they're all the same shape. I even found some Osage orange and made one out of that. Now for the retaining cap, I just used some walnut that I drilled a through hole, the 3/4 inch through hole. And then I needed a way to get down in the recess that I put the membrane in, which was a 1-inch hole. So I just took some scrap maple, drew some little 1-inch circles, trimmed them out on the bandsaw, and then shaped them up with the belt sander, and then drilled a 3/4 inch through hole through the center of those, making essentially a little 1-inch ring, and then glued that to the bottom of the walnut plate. Then it was just marking for the screw holes that I'm going to attach it to the body of the kazoo with. And then I recessed those from the top side. Then I just did a little layout with a pencil, marking my perimeter and center lines, and just used a straight edge to kind of connect the dots on that. Then over to the bandsaw to hog off the bulk, and then it's the belt sander to the line. Now the intention here for the cap is to make it adjustable, giving the artist a way to tighten or loosen the cap in order to get a different sound out of the membrane as you're playing it. Obviously these are a little too thick, but I want them to be I want the ring to be a little thicker than the top plate, or the recess, I guess, so that they have some adjustability. They can make it tighter for lower frequencies and looser for the higher frequencies. Basically I just took it over to the belt sander and started sanding until I had probably a 30 seconds of an inch gap from the bottom of the plate to the top of the kazoo. That looks about right. So now I just got to do some further shaping. I decided to do a round over on all the edges at the router table. I figured that'd be the easiest way to soften the edges, make it a little more pleasant to hold. Then it was just the orbital sander and some hand sanding, just getting rid of the tool marks and bringing the surface up to a 220. Then I just lined up the cap on the body and marked for the screw holes, and then pre-drilled those out and screwed all the caps on. At this point they're ready for finish, so I of course went with a non-toxic finish. And my favorite choice is the Hope's tung oil. It's 100% pure tung oil. And I'm thin that down with Nature's Orange. Nature's Orange is just D-limonene. It's a natural non-toxic thinner. And I just mix it 50-50, kind of like you would do polyurethane and mineral spirits for a wipe on poly. This allows the oil to soak into the wood a little deeper by thinning it. Essentially, you just soak the wood in this finish, saturate it as best you can, let it soak up all at once, because what it does when it hardens it, and when it cures, it just hardens the wood fibers, as opposed to a finish that just lays on the surface like polyurethane. Now, after letting those cure for about 3 weeks, I finally got them down and took them to the buffer and threw a little carnauba wax on the outside to shine them up. It also gives them a buttery feel when you're holding them, which makes it nice too. Now, I tested a few different materials for the membrane. What I settled on was this piece of sheet plastic, which is just from a paper sleeve for your 3-ring binders. I just basically took one of those and cut it. I used a quarter. If you didn't know, quarter is 1 inch in diameter, and that's the exact size diameter membrane I needed. So I just held the quarter flat against the plastic and just trimmed around it with the scissors. It's just putting the cap on and tuning it up. Okay, that sounds to me pretty good. It's got some low frequencies and the high frequencies, so I'm going to call this one done.